Hello, my friend. Today I decided uh, to teach you uh, and transfer some of my knowledge about the Matlab 2014A, which is very important application, especially for engineers. The Matlab application, as you know, is one of the best application for engineers. This application is very important for designing and for simulation before any plan. For example, some of the calculations maybe very hard to calculate with the hand or calculator, and even the special calculator could not very fast answer us. However, the Matlab, by its very flexible in content and very flexible capabilities, can help us to provide our result or desired result. The environment of Matlab, as you can see here, is like this. And however, this new version is a little bit different from the previous and the answer of the Matlab. The Matlab R2014A is the one of the best applications in the version of the app Matlab, which has three important space here: the current folders, the command windows, and workspace. And you can add some other spaces if you want in this environment. And the main page is command window. If you don't want any of this page, you can close simply by clicking on the cross mark here in the right side of the command window. And as you know, sorry, and as you can see here, fx is the location, and blinking the cursor here show you the location for entering your command here. I decide to teach you some very simple and starting time learning for Matlab. As you know, each application has very full and very big data sheet. For example, for Microsoft Office Word, you have more than 1,000 page book for user guide, for guiding users. However, the Matlab is not special and except of these rules. However, all of the person can learn Microsoft Office very fast by learning some of the very important part of the Microsoft Office Word, and they can start their desired goals. The Matlab like that can handle by some of the very important notes. I decide to prepare some of the environment for learning very fast about the Matlab by representing you some of important portion. Okay, here is workspace. The main workspace goal is the keeping all of the command which you used for your goals, and for example, keeping the registers, keeping the memories, keeping the variables here. If you clear the workspace, it means you clear all of the variables, all of the content of your desired goal. So it is very sensitive, and you should be very cautious about the working with workspace. You can save your workspace with right click on that and save it, or save here in in the save workspace logo here in the up part of the Matlab environment. And the fx is the environment for showing you the arrangement of your registers, your variables. And the Matlab is very interactional application and very flexible application. I'll show you these capabilities, and the current folder show you in which folder here and here you worked before and work right now. Okay, for example, if you want to show the variable x, and you want to consider the variable x as a registered with the simple variable. However, be cautious that Matlab, like C programming language, is case sensitive, so we have very vast environment for variables, and we should cautious about using the uppercase or lowercase variable. For example, x equal to 3, okay, and if you don't use semicolon and enter, the Matlab show you x equal 3, and please attention here in the right side, x equal 3 is registered to workspace with this logo. This logo is here for save workspace, for if you clear unintentionally suddenly and the workspace, you can use saved workspace by open and recall your workspace again and use that. Here is the other variable I want to define. Other variable y is equal to 4, for example, is y equal 4, and my workspace shows me this content. And if you want simple equation like what the numerical equation like 6 plus 8, it should be answer is 14, and you can call your variables which is defined before x plus y, it will be 7. Okay. Here is some of the Matlab capabilities. If you don't want to show the answer and expand your answer in that time, and you want just enter your variables, you can use a semicolon in the end of the line. For example, x is equal to 4 semicolon, and y is equal to 7 semicolon, and you can z is equal to x plus y. Okay, so the z is equal 11. Okay, and all of my answers is here. The clc command is clear command for clearing the command window environment, and it is not effect on the registers, and it is not clear, and it is not clear for clearing your workspace. So if your command window became very messy, you can use clc and again work here, and clear command is here as well. And however, the clear workspace is very important command for clearing all of your workspace, and if you've not saved your workspace before, you will lose all of your environment workspace and your registers variables. For example, for the clear command or using the clear workspace here will clear all of your data here. And if you want, use the icon for confirming confirming alert, you will see this alert for confirming again. Okay. Right now I want to talk about matrix. The matrix, as you know, is a very important part of mathematical calculation of engineering environment. For example, in the Matlab you can work very simple with matrix. So for example, here the matrix X will be defined for X and open 1, 2, 3, for example, or you can use with comma 1, 2, 3. Both of them is accepted and identical here. Okay, and you can see in my workspace it is accepted, the value 1, 2, 3, and it's a matrix, the minimum and maximum value, or the X, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Okay, both of them is identical and no change on X and the workspace, and it is 1 multiple 3 matrix. Okay, 1 multiple 3 matrix here. It is as comment and no effect on your running environment for percent mark, and it is X. So X is a variable, is a matrix variable. With dimension of 1 multiple 3. Okay, and as you know, if we want to multiply one matrix to another matrix, we should gonna do another matrix should be start with 3. For example, 3 multiply 4, 3 by 5, 3 1 y 1, and other thing. For example, if you multiply one matrix with the dimension 1 by 3 to another matrix with 3 by 4, it's gonna be this identical item will be clear and remain 1 by 4 dimension is the answer. Okay, so I want to check this part is okay or not. So I'm gonna to define another matrix with the dimension of 3, 4. Okay, it means 3 row and 4 column. Okay, 3 row and 4 column. Each row will split, each column, each row will split by the semicolon. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the first row. The second row is 5, 6, 7, 8, and the third row is 9, 0, or 9, 10, 11. Okay. Okay. What is the problem? The problem is related to dimension of this one, because it should be 4 variable, 4 content, 4 number, and 12. Okay, and here is, so if I write y and enter. You can arrange all of your number and arrange all of the content of matrix y in the very good arrangement, and you can see how your arrangement matrix is. And I want to multiplying the 1x 1 3 matrix to 3 4 matrix here. So I want to consider z equal to x by y. It's gonna be 1 by 4 dimension matrix. Okay, here 1 row and 4 column, and the module is here 3 by 4 double, and the content of z variable here. Okay, for example, another example could be I want to consider so it is 1 4. Okay, I want to transpose one matrix with z prime. Here it is transpose matrix of z. Okay, and you can concatenate some matrix to other matrix. For example, I want to concatenate the y with z. Concatenate this area to the bottom of this area. Okay, I want to concatenate that. Okay, let me to set one concatenate again z equal to y, concatenate to another row with z. Okay, here it is 4 by 4 matrix, and this area is concatenated by z by previous z here, and the new z is gonna be 4 by 4 double. Okay, so we have transpose, and the concatenate is very flexible. For example, if you consider another variable, let me to clear the environment, and however I have all of my workspace here. You can as well select your workspace here as save as, using save as for saving your workspace with matlab.math, and I can use this desktop document Matlab environment, or another. For example, this is I can change the name for my first Matlab workspace here, and I want to clear command here, clear workspace here, or clear command, and so I lose all of my workspace environment variable here, and there's no any workspace. However, because you saved it, you can see your history here. With double click on this one, you will recall all of your previous workspace or desired workspace, or open this and select your first Matlab workspace with the extension of all of the Matlab with the math here, math, or other format of this one. Open all of your data again here. Okay, I want to recall the x, I recall the y, I recall the z. Z is concatenated with previous z I had it before with the y. Okay, and so I want to consider one part one part of each one part of each matrix. For example, I want to consider this part 1, 2 and 5, 6. Okay, so I use x z, sorry. Before that, let me show you. You can consider all number on each position of your matrix. For example, you want to consider just 7 and the y. Okay, you can type y and the parentheses of open with the what is the position of this one. This is row, the second row and the third column. Okay, so this is the 7, this is the second row and the third column. Okay, sorry, I should use the comma instead of that. With the arrow key you can use your history here, your history command, and edit it very fast. Here with the comma it's gonna be 7. Okay, and I want to use the 1, 2, 5, 6. Okay, from the Z I want to collect this part of the array of Z, for example. So it's gonna be Z, open the row first and second, so 1 and 2, 1 to 2, and again the column is 1, 2, 2. Okay, it's gonna be 1, 5, 2, 6. Okay, and this mark means from 1 to 2. For example, here 3 to 7, it's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and it's gonna be this one by jumping. We have jumping. We can define jumping. For example, here 1, 2, 5, for example. Okay, and I want to jumping by 2. Here it means 1, not 2, 3, not 4, 5. Okay, jumping. It is odd numbers. And for example, another example, it's very important for you. It's 1 to 10, for example. Okay, and jumping number is 3. It's gonna be 1 plus 3, 4, plus 3, 7, plus 7, 10. Okay, so let me again, I need x, y, z, because I want to work with this. I want to collect this one 6, 10, 8, 12 from the matrix Z. So I should use Z, open. Let me 6, 10, 44, 8, 12, 40, 8, 12, 56. Okay, 6, 10, 44. Okay, the row from the second row to third row. From the second row to third row, and the column is second column to second column and second column and first column. Okay, it's gonna be 2 and 4. Okay, sorry. Okay. This one, row 2 3 and 2 4. Okay, this is the 6 10 2 3 2 4. Okay, however it is not used 6 10 44 because I used 2 3 2 3. Okay, means 2 3, not 2 4. If I use the 2 4, it's gonna be just 6 44. However, I want to show the 6 10 44 8 12 56, so I have to use 2 3. This one, can I use 2 from 2 to 4? Yeah, it is very simpler than this one. Okay, especially in the big matrix, it is very useful. Okay, we have some numbers, predefined numbers in the Matlab. For example, the F's as epsilon in the Matlab, it is the very smallest number in the Matlab, which is defined in the Matlab. Okay, and the pi as a 3.1416. It's not predefined number, and you can use this number simply in your programming. As you know, in a Matlab you can use very powerful programming, and I will teach you later on. And here, for example, consider some equation here, simple equation. For example, 2 power where's my power here? 2 power 3, it's gonna be 8 plus 5 and all of them divided by 4, for example, it's gonna be 3.25. okay, here. So I lose my previous z by the matrix, and you can use some of the items, some of the number member of your matrix in the equation. For example, you want to use these items from X. I want to use these numbers, the member of first row and second column. Okay, with the matrix. For example, V equal to X plus 8. I expect that the answer gonna be 10. Member of second member, it's gonna be 10 because the second member is 2, and 2 plus 8, it's gonna be 10. Okay, and as well, for example, we have another variable W is 579 with another matrix. Okay, I want to add each position, each is identical position to other. For example, I want to define one z variable. It is contain 6, 2 plus 7 gonna be 9, 3 plus 9 gonna 12. Okay, so the z member matrix member gonna be 6, 9 and 12. Okay, how can I do that? You can concatenate x plus y. However, this is not defined by the Matlab. The point means we want to use each item. However, the error is for using 2 dots here. 1 dot is enough. For example, oh sorry, mouse. For example, z. Another. Let me to correct this one. And I use multiple. I should use multiple. I have to use multiple without any blank with them. Oh, I don't know what happened here. Let me check it. Matrix dimension must agree. My dimension is agree here. Let me check. Yeah, because I mistakenly use y, and y, as you see here, y is not compatible with the z, and w is compatible. See here, x here and w here. Okay, so I want to use this one with w, and without the use this one. See here, yeah, the w is 5, 14, 17, multiple each one. And if you use x plus w, it's gonna be each position plus each other. You don't need to use the dot here, because it's inherently use the each identical position to each other with the adding. However, for multiplying, if you want to multiply x with w, you're gonna be error here in your environment, because the dimension is not matched to each other for multiplying between w and x. However, the multiplying or division is possible by using dot here. Another example for division here, or for w here, it means 1 divided by 5 is 0.2, and 2 divided by 7, and 3 divided by 9 here. So it is very simple and flexible application here. Let me show you again about the adding. Adding is not needed here, because it is normally add to each other if you want, or subtraction here. Okay, it was the first part of the training, and I hope I can see you in the second part. Okay, bye now.